Hey, Alan James back again, and this is what, like my fifth video. Now you'll probably notice that they're uploaded over a couple of days because it does take a little while to get a video uploaded. So we're looking at like a couple hours to get 3 or 4 uploaded. And as you may have noticed, same awesome Iron Man shirt, same hat, although I flipped it around because it was starting to bother me the other way. But I recorded these all in one session. But, time constraints on the videos themselves, so I'm cutting them off under 15 minutes. But still have a lot to talk about. I'm on a roll, if you hadn't noticed. And so, hey, like I've said, I don't know how many times I like to talk. And when I get on a subject that I like talking about, sometimes it's hard to shut me up. Of course, you can do that. All you got to do is stop the video and move on to whatever else you want to watch, which is completely your choice. But in the last videos, I've been talking about convenience stores in general and how some of them are, and the people that get hired in, and sometimes why it's so hard to keep people in there. And customers, I'm sure, will have realized or noticed that sometimes you may see a new face in a cash or in a convenience store every week, every other week. Well, that's because we hire, they quit or get fired, we hire, they yada yada until we finally find one that sticks. If you see a cashier there for more than a couple, 3 months, they're probably a pretty decent one. And you get to know them, and you can get a loyal customer base if you get good cashiers. Now, to move on, I was telling you in the last video that I taped that sometimes you can get loyal customers that will actually follow you to different stores if you happen to move stores. And I've worked in 5 different stores, brand stores, for a total of 8 different times, because a couple of the stores I worked at twice. And I have had customers who would follow me from store to store because I treated them right, I treated them decent. And even within the same company, if I worked at a different store for a while, they would come down to the other store because I was there. And they'd figure out when I was working, and they would come in when I'm working because I treat them decent. I treat them more like a friend or something, or even family sometimes if I get to know them real well, more than just a customer. So sometimes that doesn't work out too well. And in one particular instance, I really was starting to wonder if I actually had a stalker or a customer. So this is a story. I'm working at a station, and I'm working the closing shift because the station actually closed at night. So I start having this lady come in, about my age at the time, so she was late 20s, early 30s. And she wouldn't say a word. And other cashiers there at the place I was at would say the same thing, that she would come in occasionally when they were working, and she wouldn't say anything. Always came in, got the exact same thing. She would come in, she'd go over, she'd get a pop, she'd count her ice cubes, which is another indication that maybe there was 1 or 2 issues. But she would get ice cubes in her cup, she'd shake them and count them, dump some out, just until she had the right number of ice cubes in her cup. Now, for those of you who may recognize that kind of behavior, it does look like maybe OCD. So she got that going for her. About 2 months, she'd come in, she'd come up with her pop, I'd bring it up, she'd pay for it, I'd say thank you, have a great night, she'd walk out, not a word. This was happening 2-3 times a week to start with. Toward the end of this 2-month period, it started being about 4 times a week. One night, she talked. I thought maybe she was just mute because she never said anything. Apparently that wasn't the case. So one night, she comes in, It's the exact same routine. Gets her pop, counts her ice cubes, comes up to pay for it. I ring her up. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I don't have anybody else in the store at the time. Usually got pretty slow about this time of night. So, same thing. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. She stands there for a second, takes a sip of her pop. Yeah, I just got back from my boyfriend's. Cool. But I'm thinking, wow, she does talk. Oh my God. You know, she's not mute. Just got back from my boyfriend's. Cool. Yeah, although he's just the one I see. What? Yeah, I've got a boyfriend I live with, but he's out of town right now, so I want to see my other boyfriend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been seeing this guy for about 3 months. I've been with my other boyfriend for like 9 months, 10 months. Okay. But I go see this other guy because he, you know, listens to me and he pays attention to me, blah, blah, blah. And my other boyfriend, my live-in, is hadn't been paying much attention to me lately. He's always has to go because of his job and never around. You know, the whole time I'm just kind of like going, oh, okay, you know, sorry about that. It's too bad, blah, blah. Thinking in my mind, however, holy cow, what did I do, or what happened that she all of a sudden just opened up and started spilling her entire life story and all of her dirty secrets to me? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Well, after that, she started coming in almost every night that I was working. And I actually had a couple of cashiers tell me she would come in, look around, and leave if I wasn't there, and then come back later. So, I'm thinking maybe because I actually was nice to her and would talk to her, you know, and would tell her thank you and have a great night, and actually be chipper and upbeat about it, and not like, thanks, have a great night, you know. But be, hey, have a good night, you know. Thank you. We'll see you later. And yes, if you ever come into one of my stores, you are probably going to get something like that. Who knows, you may get to see me over in the corner dancing, because I'll do that at work occasionally too. I get a good song come on, I'll sit over there and sing and dance. Woohoo! You know. I actually had a cashier tell a customer that I would sing and dance for her. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll go with that. Yeah, I sing and dance for her. But I'll sing and dance for you too. If I get a good song that comes on, I'll sing and dance for you as well. Anyway, so she started coming in like almost every night. And she would lay out more of her story. After about 6 months from when she started talking, yeah, me and my boyfriend broke up. Oh, that's too bad. Which one? Oh, the one I was living with. Oh, well, that's too bad. Well, yeah, but he, you know, he hadn't been paying attention to me for a while, so. And now I'm living with the guy I was seeing. Oh, the other one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I'm going to go see this guy I'm sleeping with. Wait, what? Well, I've been with this other one for like 7, 8 months now. And yeah, he's starting to not pay attention to me either. Well, that's too bad. Now I'm thinking, what is going on? What are you doing that these guys stop paying attention to you, if in fact that's the case? But I'm saying, hey, cool. You know, it's too bad. Sorry. She would stay in our store talking to me for 2 hours, 3 hours. Through waiting on other customers, through me getting ready to close the store, trying to mop the floors, and she just sit there and talk to me the whole time. I ended up going to a different store because they offered me more money. You have how many years experience? Cool. We'll give you more money. You come to work for us. And you can do third shift. All right. Go back to my old store. Hey, they're offering me more money. I know this job, though. If you can match or beat it, I'll stay. Sorry, we can't do that. Okay, well, here's my 2 weeks notice. Anyway, so I go to a new store. Don't see this customer for about a month. One night I'm working. Guess who comes in? Walks in, walks over to get her pop, turns around, sees me. Hey, yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. The one that you just moved in with not that long. Yeah, yeah. So I decided not to move in there, but it starts, just like we'd seen each other yesterday. Every night, I'm working. She's coming in. Now my wife turns around one night and they come in, and she shows up. She just starts going on and on. And she'd seen her once or twice at the other job too. So when she does finally leave, the wife turns around to me and says, "Oh, isn't that nice?" Isn't what nice? You've got your own little stalker. That's when it hit me. Wow, she may be right. But at least she's not like sending me presents or, leaving flowers on my car or something like that. And I did, after about a year, got a chance to go back to school, where I did eventually get my master's degree. And I took a different job that the hours worked better with my school. So I did security work for like 4 years. And didn't see this person after that, this customer. And I haven't seen her since I got back into the convenience store world. But that was really interesting. And she actually followed me and would just, and I mean, it went from saying not one word to spilling her entire life story and every dark little dirty secret she's got to me. And she told me all about her boyfriends and her cheating on them and how many times she cheated and how often and things she would do with them and things she would do with the other guy and this and that and how she liked doing these kind of things. And I mean, I probably knew her better than her own boyfriends did at this point. And I don't know why. I'm not sure what it was that got her to open up to me. But talking with other co-workers, she still wouldn't say a word to any of them when they waited on her if she would come in while they were there. I was the only one she was talking to at this job. So, what'd I do? Can anybody tell me? Because I'm not sure, except for being nice to her. And if that was the case, I'm not going to stop being nice, but wow. I'm glad to see that had such an impact on somebody's life. But you do get some interesting customers. And in the next video, because I might just keep shooting all night till, I have to go to bed or whatever. But I might just keep recording videos. I know there's some guys on here that'll record for 2 hours straight and they'll just chop it up into segments. So I might just keep doing that. So if you keep seeing the same shirt and stuff, guess what I did? But as for this video and that particular customer, I'll leave it at that. And I'll tell you about other customers I've had the joy of interacting with in the next video, are 7 or 8.